What's good YouTube? Giants fan 696 back here with a video today, and today's video is going to be a breakdown of the Aerial Wizard badge in NBA 2K25. So Aerial Wizard, a returning badge this year, increases the ability to finish lobs and putbacks at the rim. So what I did in this case is I took Zion and edited him to have the badge on bronze, silver, gold, Hall of Fame, and Legend based on the attribute thresholds you would need in the builder. So for bronze, he will have 57 driving layup, 64 driving dunk, 60 standing dunk, and 58 vertical. Silver, he will have 69 driving layup, 70 driving dunk, 75 standing dunk, and 67 vertical. Gold, he'll have 79 driving layup, 80 driving dunk, 84 standing dunk, and 72 vertical. Hall of Fame, he'll have 87 driving layup, 89 driving dunk, 92 standing dunk, and 80 vertical. And then for Legend, he will have 95 driving layup, 97 driving dunk, 98 standing dunk, and 84 vertical. And as always, we will kick it off with Zion with no Aerial Wizard, just below the bronze threshold you would need. So without the badge, he will have 56 driving layup, 63 driving dunk, 59 standing dunk, and 57 vertical. Also keep in mind, in the actual builder, you only need either driving layup, driving dunk, or standing dunk. But for the purpose of this test, I gave him all three, and the vertical stat is required. But you only need either the driving layup, driving dunk, or standing dunk. Just something to keep in mind. And we are going to be testing this against Gold Paint Patroller, which is just a badge that protects the rim at a high level. I could show you guys here. I gave it to Jokic. And the reason I did this is just kind of an average of where I think most defensive type center builds will be around. And the threshold for that is 77 interior defense and 93 block, which is what I gave to Jokic in this case. And another thing to keep in mind too is the passer for the lobs in this case will be DeJounte Murray, who I gave no passing badges to. So, and the reason I did that is because for something like Aerial Wizard, you don't want to rely on the passing ratings of whatever the guard you're playing with has. So yeah, I just made sure to lower his pass act below the threshold you would need for Versatile Visionary, which is really the playmaking badge that would help you convert these lob passes. So I gave him 77 pass accuracy, which for bronze Versatile Visionary you need 78. So just below the threshold you would need again. So we won't have Versatile Visionary or any other playmaking badges. So we'll purely see the effect of what Aerial Wizard looks like in this case. So, and we will also be focusing on the driving dunk aspect of this badge, just because I think that's the most realistic way you'll be doing lobs. And what I've been seeing so far, yeah, it's really mostly either driving dunks mostly, or sometimes it might give you a driving layup. We're not going to really be focusing on the standing aspect. For me, I think it's a lot more realistic that you'll be throwing driving lobs. So that's how we're going to do it. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, again, kicking it off here with Zion without Aerial Wizard, going up against Jokic with that Gold Paint Patroller. And the way we're going to do it is I'm going to have Jokic stand under the rim with his hands up, and I'm going to put Zion on the cut and just try to throw him a lob, and we're just going to see what happens. So let's see what it looks like here. First try here, and that's going to be 0 for 1 because it didn't even give him an animation to even have a chance to catch the lob. If it's going to make him jump like that, that's definitely going to be a loss for Zion. So 0 for 1 right there. All right, second try here, guys. That's going to be 0 for 2. Again, it put him in the animation to catch it for a second, and the meter was really small, and it didn't even let me end up catching the ball. So that's definitely going to be 0 for 2. Third try here. Again, not letting me catch the ball that time. That will be 0 for 3. All right, fourth try here. Again, not letting me catch it there, so that's going to be 0 for 4. All right, last one here, guys. And that's going to be 0 for 5, not letting me even catch the ball that time. So you're definitely going to want Aerial Wizard on something. So let's go ahead to bronze now, where I will upgrade Zion to those thresholds you would need. So let's see what that looks like. Alright guys, so without the badge, Zion went 0 for 5 against that Gold Paint Patroller. So let's see if bronze looks a little bit better here. Alright, first try here, guys. That's going to be 0 for 1, an extremely small meter there for me where I wasn't able to time it. I guess slightly better than without the badge right there, just because it gave me a meter to try to time it, but it was very small, so that's gonna be 0 for 1. All right, second try here, guys. And I am able to dunk on Jokic that time with a good size meter there, so that will now be 1 for 2. Third try. Gave me a very small meter there, so we will now be 1 for 3. Fourth try here, guys. And very small meter there, so that will now be 1 for 4. All right, last try here. And again, a very small meter there to time, so that will be 1 for 5. So, I mean, Bronze did look better in the sense that it was giving me the meter, like he was actually going up there to catch the ball, but the meter most of the time was extremely small, making it very hard to time. So we finished 1 for 5, only able to make it there in once. So I will now upgrade Zion to Silver Aerial Wizard with the attribute thresholds you would need in the builder for that. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. All right, guys, so Bronze Aerial Wizard did look a little bit better than not having the badge at all against his Gold Paint Patroller, in the sense that it was giving us the meter. It was still very small though, so we were only able to go 1 for 5. So let's see what Silver looks like here. Oh, and also, I did forget to mention in the beginning, as always, this test is done on Hall of Fame difficulty. I'm on high risk, high reward shooting and layup timing. Again, the reason I do that is I want you guys to understand what's possible from a user's perspective. So if you're able to, green, say, contested lobs with this badge, I want you guys to know that. So that's why I do that. And all of Zion's and Jokic's other badges have been removed. So we're purely seeing the effect of Aerial Wizard versus that Paint Patroller. Also, keep in mind the same thing with DeJounte Murray. He doesn't have any badges at all. Again, no playmaking badges, and his pass ac is below what you would even need for Bronze Versatile Visionary. So yeah, again, the reason I did that is because I don't want you guys to have to rely on a guard to have a certain tier Versatile Visionary to be able to use your Aerial Wizard. So yeah, let's see what Silver looks like now. All right, first one here, guys. That's going to be 0 for 1. It showed a very small meter at first and then didn't even let me catch the ball to even have a chance at timing it. So that's going to be 0 for 1. All right, second try here, guys. Again, not letting me even catch the ball that time, so that's going to be 0 for 2. Third try here. Okay, giving us the option to finish the lob there, but that's going to be 0 for 3, as I'm unable to time it, and as you guys saw, the meter was very small to green it. So that is going to be 0 for 3. And we missed that one as well. Again, giving us the option to at least catch the lob, but that's going to be 0 for 4, as the meter is very small. It's very difficult to green. So the best we could do is tie Bronze here, so let's see if we manage to do that. All right, last one here. Okay, and we are able to make a lob that time. It just wasn't a dunk, but still a lob nonetheless. So that will be 1 for 5. And yeah, so I mean, Bronze and Silver looked very similar to me. So I will now bump Zion up to Gold. And yeah, with those attribute thresholds we already went over prior. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Alright guys, so up to this point, this Gold Paint Patroller is dominating Aerial Wizard, Bronze, and Silver. And without having the badge. Without the badge, we went 0 for 5. Bronze and Silver, we went 1 for 5 each. But now it's Gold versus Gold, so let's see if Zion could start, finishing these lobs a little bit better here. Alright guys, first try here. Okay, that is going to be a 1 for 1. The green window looked way bigger right there. Alright guys, second try here. Alright, and unable to even let me catch it that time, so that's going to be 1 for 2. Third try here. Okay, big meter that time, so that is going to be 2 for 3. So Gold already passes Bronze and Silver. Fourth try here. Easily beating him there, so that's going to be 3 for 4. And guys, keep in mind, I'm on Hall of Fame, and it just let me make a slightly late that time too. So, I mean, I'll take it. So that's going to be 3 for 4. I mean, we made the lob. So, all right, last one here, guys. And we're able to green that. So we finished 4 for 5, which is pretty good. Gold versus gold. Gold Aerial Wizard won that battle going 4 for 5. Still not perfect though, so now I will bump Zion up to that Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard and see what that looks like. Alright guys, so Gold Aerial Wizard looked really good versus Gold Paint Patroller going 4 for 5. Still not perfect though, so Zion's not at Hall of Fame. So let's see if maybe we're able to go that 5 for 5 here. Alright guys, first one here. And we get a contact lob, and slightly early nonetheless, and we get it to go in. So that is going to be 1 for 1 right off the bat. Alright guys, second try here. And again, we are able to dunk right on Jokic, so that is going to be 2 for 2. Third try here. Easily greening that. I mean, the green window is very big right now, so that's going to be 3 for 3. Alright, fourth try here, guys. Easily able to dunk that on Jokic, so that's now going to be 4 for 4. And just look how big that green window is. Alright, last one here. And we are able to dunk right on Jokic going 5 for 5. So, are able to go 5 for 5 with that Aerial Wizard on Hall of Fame against Jokic's Gold Paint Patroller. So now I will kick Jokic up the Hall of Fame Paint Patroller to see if we could kind of do that same sort of thing we just did to him right there, where he will have 84 interior and 97 block with Paint Patroller on Hall of Fame. So let's see what that looks like. Alright guys, so since Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard went 5 for 5 versus Gold Paint Patroller, Jokic now has Hall of Fame Paint Patroller, so Hoff versus Hoff. Let's see who comes out on top. Alright, first try here, guys. And able to dunk on him right there, so that's going to be 1 for 1. Again, the green window there still looked pretty big, even against the Hall of Fame Paint Patroller, but still just the first attempt. Let's see what the rest looks like. Second try here. That's going to be 2 for 2. Third try here. Contact lob there, so that's going to be 3 for 3. Fourth try here, guys. Able to green that. Again, the window is still pretty big, so that's going to be 4 for 4. Last one here. And we get another contact lob. So we finished 5 for 5. So clearly Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard just absolutely dominated Hall of Fame Paint Patroller. So what I will now do is upgrade Jokic again, where he will now have Legend Paint Patroller. So he'll have 89 interior and 99 block with Legend Paint Patroller. Again, still going up against Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard to see if he can finally stop it. Alright guys, so this Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard is looking really good right now, going 5 for 5 against Gold and Hall of Fame Paint Patroller. Now Jokic is at Legend Paint Patroller, and let's see if we could still have the same type of success here. Alright, first try here. And that is going to be 1 for 1. The green window did look a little bit smaller there. Probably because Jokic has Legend Paint Patroller, but still able to make it. It was still big enough to time it, so that will be 1 for 1. Alright, second try here. That's going to be 2 for 2. Again, the green window is definitely smaller than it was against Jokic with Hall of Fame and Gold Paint Patroller, but it's still pretty big where it makes it easy to time so far, so that's going to be 2 for 2. Alright, third try here. Able to green that, so that will now be 3 for 3. Alright, fourth try here. And we're able to green that, so that will now be 4 for 4. And let's see what our last one looks like here if we're going to be able to go that perfect 5 for 5. Alright, last one here, guys. And we are able to go 5 for 5. So, Hall of Fame definitely winning that battle. And that's going to conclude our test since we did just go 5 for 5 against Legend Paint Patroller. So just to recap, guys, we started off this test with Jokic with Gold Paint Patroller against Zion's with no Aerial Wizard. And we went 0 for 5, unable to, make anything without the badge. Bronze and Silver then both went 1 for 5 against Gold Paint Patroller. Gold Aerial Wizard looked a little bit better, going 4 for 5 against Gold Paint Patroller. Then Hall of Fame went 5 for 5 against Gold Paint Patroller. So then at that point, I decided to kick Jokic up the Hall of Fame Paint Patroller, where Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard also went 5 for 5 versus that. So then I kicked up Jokic to Legend Paint Patroller, where Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard still went 5 for 5 versus that. So right off the bat, you need the badge, right? Because we went 0 for 5 without it. Bronze and Silver were both bad. They went 1 for 5. Also eliminate Legend, because Hall of Fame went 5 for 5 versus the highest tier of Paint Patroller, which just lets you know that you don't need Legend for this badge. It would be overkill. So Hall of Fame is definitely the best, going 5 for 5 against Gold, Hall of Fame, and Legend Paint Patroller. So you would need an 87 driving layup, or 89 driving dunk, or 92 standing dunk, and 80 vertical, which honestly isn't too bad. The 80 vertical isn't too high, and that is the required stat. And then you need either the driving layup, driving dunk, or standing dunk. For me, I would probably recommend doing the driving dunk. That when we threw the lob is what he did most of the time, was a driving dunk. So you need 89 driving dunk and 80 vertical, and I think that's pretty good value. Again, we did it against the center standing in the paint, because if you can make contested lobs with someone in the paint with their hands up with Paint Patroller on high tier, then you'll make open lobs no problem, right? So yeah, I would just recommend Hall of Fame if lobs are something you like to do a lot. If you're not quite as committed to Aerial Wizard as much, Gold was still good, going 4 for 5 against Gold Paint Patroller. But again, Hall of Fame was absolutely dominant. Gold, you would still need either 79 driving layup, 80 driving dunk, or 84 standing dunk, and a 72 vertical. For me, I think Hall of Fame's worth it to be able to dominate anyone standing to paint. No matter what, you'll be able to catch a lob on them. So yeah, I would just say go Hall of Fame. Gold isn't bad if it's something you just want to mix in every now and again, but Hall of Fame is definitely my recommendation. And again, also keep in mind, this was with a guard who doesn't have versatile visionary at all, with 77 pass accuracy. So just imagine if the guard you're playing with has better playmaking stats. Again, I took off all of DeJounte Murray's playmaking badges and all his badges in general for this. So also keep that in mind. But yeah, all in all, recommendations, Hall of Fame. Gold isn't bad either if it's just something you want to mix in now and again. So that's my take on things. Appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Let me know down below which badge I should break down next. Check me out on Twitch. I've been streaming a lot of my team and Proving Grounds content on there, and I'm out.